All right, bro. I'm just going to say it. If this morning was supposed to be working together for my good, God and I need to have a serious meeting.
Right? I mean, listen to this, though.
Tell me.
I walk outside this morning and I step into a puddle.
Okay.
Now, crazy thing is,
Yeah.
I literally, like, right there as I'm stepping into the puddle, I realized it wasn't raining outside.
Yeah, when did it rain?
So I'm like, unless God is using my neighbor's sprinkle system to kind of like, you know, change my character, build my character. I don't know what he's doing, but definitely I'm confused.
Listen, and see, that's the thing. We love to use Romans 8:28 when life is cute. When the check clears, the kids are behaving, and the Wi-Fi obviously is super strong and there's no lag.
Yeah, but when life looks like, you know, a group of projects where nobody else did their part, suddenly we're like, God, hello, you sure? You know what you're gonna do?
Exactly. Because all things includes the stuff we prayed against. You know, the delays, the disappointments, the detours that feel like divine typos.
But here's the wild part. God doesn't waste time. Any time. Now, the season that you go through and you broke through, here's the only one, like literally he's the only one who can take the mess, the miracle,
right,
and the middle and make them all work together.
So today, we're talking about the stuff you didn't want, the things you didn't choose, and things you didn't understand.
Well, grab your coffee, your patient, and maybe your testimony in progress.
Because this episode is proof that God can use all things.
Roll the intro.
Even this one.
What up?
What's happening, Helando family?
Que lo que mi gente.
This is your brother Joey.
And Gio.
Y estamos.
Relajando.
En serio.
Seriously.
Joking.
Podcast.
Yes, sir.
And this episode is brought to you thanks to
Studio 6.
And 0.5.
6.5?
I don't know. At this point is a studio.
Yes. But we have some exciting news, man.
Yeah.
We have our Studio 5.
Yes.
Getting renovated.
Is getting renovated.
So just to kind of give people a picture.
Yeah.
We have the black ceilings already.
Yes.
We got the walls painted.
Yeah.
And guess what, bro?
Get what?
There's no more butterflies.
Oh, thank God.
There are no more stars.
Thank God.
And there's no more birds.
Ooh, I'm in love. But definitely we're going to miss them.
We are going to miss them.
We're going to miss the pain. We're going to miss all that.
Because there's going to be episodes when I'm like, what do I say next?
I know, right?
And I used to look at the birds.
Yeah.
To, you know.
So at least we're not going to feel like we're tripping.
That's true.
Because sometimes it will feel like that.
Right, right. It's like where am I?
Yeah.
Where are we?
Like days like today, like recording late. Yeah. That's actually creepy though.
It is. It is.
I mean,
you remember where I was from? The Twilight Zone.
Yeah, but now that you said that, like, I'm kind of scared now though. Have you realized how big this building is?
This building is huge. There could be somebody on the other side. We don't even know.
And we in a little corner of the building.
Yeah. Right.
We don't know.
All right. Did Jody lock the door?
I don't know. She even made it out?
Right.
I don't know.
The funniest thing was Sunday morning when you saw that guy in the corner. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion.
He was probably losing his religion.
He looked like it looked like he didn't want to be here, but he was struggling. And it looked like his wife,
bro,
or his mom. I mean, he was an older guy.
I'm telling you,
was like, you need to go to church.
I really thought like it was gonna be like a homeless or something. Like that. Because all I see, like, we step in, like, and I see shoes, and I'm like, okay, you know, he's not even standing; he's laying.
What's crazy is you wouldn't have said that, and I would have never saw him. I would have never saw him, bro.
I'm always looking, man.
I see that. I see that.
I don't know.
See, I went behind you. You see how all things work for the good?
Yeah.
I let you go first.
Yeah, you
and you saw what I couldn't see.
Yeah.
See, that's another thing.
Hey,
that's another word right
man.
there. That's another word.
You send first one and see, like, hey, can you see anything?
That's right. That's right.
Okay, are we clear? Are we clear?
Right, right.
Oh, man.
But that's how God goes, man. He goes before us.
Yeah.
And he stepped in, right? And he steps in before we do.
Man, isn't that beautiful though?
It is. It is beautiful.
But this is the thing though, like it's crazy. Because he goes before us.
Yes.
But sometimes it feels like he's not before us, and it's because we are. Like
Yeah. Going ahead,
like,
trying to get ahead of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And he's just like,
Yeah. But
I don't know.
the cool thing is in his divine purpose. Like he was there already. Like he prepared the land. He prepared the territory.
that's the crazy part.
Yeah.
That even though he goes before us,
Right.
and we trying to go ahead of him,
Yeah.
he already went.
Yeah. He
came back.
beat us. He beat us to the
He's
punch.
like, dude, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you're gonna get in the hole.
Right.
I know.
Right. Right. It's fascinating how he does that, right?
It's like Flash.
Yeah, man.
Is that what was the name? Was the thing like?
Yeah, I moved 3 times. You didn't realize.
That was you?
Yeah, man. You didn't.
I felt the breeze.
It was floating. The microphone was floating because I kept grabbing it every time I came back.
Dude.
Yeah, that's how I got this drink here.
Dude, what the heck?
Right?
Like that wasn't.
Look, you got a water too.
Oh, thank you, man. Like what?
You're welcome.
Man.
I'm medio bebido, pero you know.
No,
I got thirsty on the way. I waterfalled though.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Yeah, you know.
Oh man, that's crazy though, man. The world is I don't know what's going on in the world, man.
Oh, we got a new world order going on. You saw it?
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, man.
So it's happening.
Yeah, the U.S. with China.
No, but like China doesn't want to buy Nvidia, dog.
They don't want to buy Nvidia.
No, they don't want to buy it though. I'm like,
No.
dude, like, come on, man.
They just want to take it. That's what it
Yeah,
is. They just want to take it.
because they say like we build it, we give you the supplies, we design it, we do everything here.
Right.
So you want to sell it to us?
Yeah, they make their own chips over there. Well,
like-
actually, no. The majority of chips are made in Taiwan.
Well, I mean, it's cheaper.
But you know, there's a little conflict
yeah,
over there
you
and
know,
stuff. But
they use them as slaves.
yeah. What?
What? No, why?
What?
What?
Wow.
No, I don't know, man. I don't
Hard
know.
workers.
There you go.
Hard workers. Hard workers.
That's the thing.
That's
They
the
work really hard
yeah. They work really
for
hard.
nothing, but they
Right.
do.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, when you look at like the sneakers I'm wearing, a lot of that stuff is made in Taiwan and all that.
Yeah.
Dirt cheap.
And then we paying here a ton of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Like these, thank God I got them on discount though. So it's usually how I shop, you know.
Oh, and discount?
I'm a discount kind of guy,
I mean, why not?
you know.
There's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, man, not at
You're
all.
saving money.
I'm proud. I'm
Hey.
proud to be a discount guy.
That's how millionaires make money.
That's right.
They're stingy.
Well, I'm not stingy. I'm just.
Well, no.
I like a deal. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Let's make a deal.
But like the reality is, like, you literally, like, I don't know if you have noticed that, like, people that truly have money,
Yeah.
they don't waste their money buying expensive jeans
Right.
and all these crazy brands and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Those are the people that want to pretend that they have a lot of money.
Right.
And then they go and buy all these brand,
Balenciaga.
yeah, whatever.
Coco Chanel.
Yeah.
Dolce Gabbana.
You know,
You name it.
Louis Vuitton,
Right. Right.
you know, and all that stuff. And
We
it's
got,
just,
we got to be more like Mark Zuckerberg.
you know,
You see what he does, right?
yeah, just basketball shorts.
Yeah. Well, he has a whole closet of the same clothes. So for years he would have like white T-shirts, like a whole
Man.
closet of white T-shirts. So it's like you remember Superman's closet.
Yeah.
So it was like that, where you had the Clark Kent suit.
The same suit, like-
So yeah, you'd have the same outfit for every day, and then he'd have the same pants. And so he would go to work because he said he didn't want to focus his time on what he was going to wear, so he wore the same thing.
I like that.
So no era que no se estaba bañando. It was just,
That's pretty cool though.
yeah, it's smart. It's effective and efficient,
Yeah.
you know?
I like that though.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought about that multiple times though.
Yeah.
Like there's certain shirts that I like the feet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That I wish I can go and buy like
Right. Have like
20
18 of them.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
just because I like how
And
they
just
feel.
put them on,
like,
put a
yeah.
new one on every day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've learned now. So like when I go to stores, like if I can buy 2 of a product that I really like, I buy 2.
Yeah.
That way, if it gets dirty, you get a stain. Because, you
Boom.
know, like this morning, it was a struggle, you know, and I had to remember all things work for good. You know, you get the coffee stain, the coffee spill. It's you know, it's never fun, man. Especially when
It's
you're
never fun.
at the office.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to kind of like bring it like that, like super early in the show.
Yeah,
But now that you said that, I mean,
I'm just intertwining things, but that's part of the whole conversation.
I mean, yeah, it's just because I know it's gonna spike that question,
Yeah,
you know, later on. And before we get deeper into that, I want to just throw the question in there
yeah,
and see your perspective. Because I've heard these questions so many times.
Bustelo's the best.
Bustelo is the best.
Bustelo's, there's no argument right there.
There you go.
So that's the answer to your question. If that's the answer you needed,
now you know, people. Bustelo is the best. Yeah. That's it. But
Show's over.
It wasn't about coffee though.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
My bad, man.
Yeah.
The coffee's life, you know?
I mean, yeah. But no. It's related to that. Like all things works for good.
Yeah.
And I know, like, I had this question asked to me before, or in the same place that like in the same room or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so why, if all things works for good, then how can you explain how, abortion, it will work for good, or, like a murder will go for good, or, somebody being sexually abused will work for good.
Mm-hmm. So you want to just take the whole mood of the show and just go?
No, that's
you went straight for the neck. You went straight for the neck.
But that's what I said. I want to do it earlier in the show, so that way,
you pulled the Punisher. It's just like
we get it out of the way. And
I did it because I wanted to.
I mean, no, but yeah. And then we go like,
and then we go light, Yeah. So you said abortion. You said sexual abuse,
right? Because I'm pretty
things
sure
like that,
right? Because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be people saying, okay, well, yeah, you're saying that because your life is okay, but how that's gonna work in my life? Yeah.
So okay, so good. So I know people who personally, one, have been sexually abused. I know people, two, who have had abortions.
Right.
Out of these two different people, right? There was something else you said, but I can't remember what you said. But out of these two different people, the love of God for those people has never changed. One being a victim, the other being the person that inflicted a situation. Right? Like an abortion. And so no matter what we do or no matter what is done to us, right? There's two principles. There's mercy and there's grace. Right? And so in God, everything has a purpose.
Right.
And so not everything comes from God. But everything can be used by God. So, prime example, usually people who have abortions tend to live with certain guilts and things like that, right? And so I've learned in life, no matter what a person is walking through, whether they be far from God or feel they're far from God, whether they feel that they're too far gone, no one's ever too far gone for God, right? So God can actually pull someone who's been through that or made that decision and show that person that despite of, I still love you, I still have a plan for you. That baby is in my care and my protection, right? Was it not morally correct, right? And was it a sin, right? Yes, but I still love you, right? And so the same with a person who has been through sexual abuse, and I can't imagine what the trauma and the mental wherewithal it takes to go up, go past that. But what I do know is that there's a God whose peace surpasses all understanding, right? Yeah. And he can take a person, and I've seen personally, right? Take a person, transform them. That person forgive the person that abused them, and also have a life of fulfillment where they love Jesus and they've been able to move past that, right, trauma and that hurt, and know that God has a purpose for them and that God still loves them.
Right. So now that you said that, like, past the trauma and all that. So you're saying that technically before, in a way, before then we accept God's love and above all things, and the idea of that God will take anything and turn it to good, then we have to go through, I would say like a process of forgiveness and renewing our mind.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like, what I'm saying? Otherwise, I don't think logically it will make sense to say like, well, yeah, I was abused.
Yeah.
Then how can you tell me as a Christian to me that, God can use all things for good.
Yeah.
And God is love. If he's love, then why he allowed that to happen to me?
Yeah.
When I was a child, I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so, and because I've heard that question before, and I've seen the controversial type of thing, like going back and forward.
Yeah.
But then now that you said that, I do believe that, like the renewing of mind is crucial to understand this part.
Right. Right.
Because otherwise you will never like accept it.
Right.
It's like,
yeah, no, if your mind is never transformed, I can see easily how a person who's been through that trauma struggle with God and struggle that God loves them.
Right.
Right. Because it's like, okay, until you get past the fact that, and you understand that God did not make that person do that, nor was it God's plan for that person to do that and hurt someone. Right.
Right.
But that person chose to do that. Right. What that person didn't know is that there's a God, right, who has a purpose over the life of the victim.
Right.
That God can use that story, that trauma, that occurrence to now, right, with getting past the fact that, hey, God still loves me and God still has a purpose, right, and God is still good despite my bad situation. But now that person also can use that testimony to help other people who have gone through it get out of and get past, right, and get to a place of renewing of mind, right, because they've been through it.
Exactly, yeah.
Right, it's like, think about having a specialist who has never gone through or practiced their specialty. Right. And I know it probably sounds wrong because it's like, oh, why did I have to listen? I don't know why you went through it or why you had to go through it. But what I can tell you is that because you went through it, someone else can be helped by you. Yeah. Right. And so now that you've gone through that, who better can speak to someone who's also going through that or who has walked, that same situation.
It's crazy, right? Like, because when we look at it like with a different like eyes or like a different glass, you see how like every free will of every person involve other person. Yeah. So we all have free will, right? But my free will can affect your will. Yeah. But then at the same time, whether it's in a positive way or a negative way, because for example, my choices can affect your life for bad, right? Like, it's, I made the decision to hurt you. Right. But it's my free will against your will. Yeah. Right. But then at the same time, it's like your bad experience, your testimony can now change, that bad choice that somebody did and affected your life. Now, you turn that. Right. And that's when I see like God turn, everything to good. Yeah. Because a bad experience that happened that you didn't deserve it. You didn't chose that. Right. I have me saying like as God, like I had nothing to do with it. Right. I give you
something that should have never happened.
Yeah, I give you guys free will. Like, I do whatever you guys want to do. Yeah, unfortunately, somebody else's decision will affect your life.
Right. Sadly, humanity is where it is. Right.
I can take that and turn it, into something good, give you purpose. Now you have a testimony, right? To tell. Now you have an experience. Now you experience my love because, I found you on that broken, a moment in your life or whatever. Yeah. So how beautiful that is, though. Like, and how, and this is what amazed me about God. That is like we make it, like Christianity or a relationship with Him, complicated. Right. When it's technically super simple. Right.
It is.
Like, yes, in a human like mind, in a human mindset and feelings and all that stuff, it doesn't make sense. Right. Right? Because even as friends, as family, if I do something that hurts you, you're gonna spend a few days without talking to me. Yeah. Maybe a month. Right. And we family, we Christian and all these things. So imagine something like that. Then it's just like, okay, well, God, where you at? Right. What is it that you're trying to teach me? Are you playing games with me? Like, why? Right. Right. But obviously with patience and endurance, that He will give us the patience and endurance.
Yeah.
We can eventually see, how things turn
Right.
in the other way.
And so there's the awareness factor, right? To where you've gone through this, right? And so because you've gone through this, now you can make people aware, right? And so I actually looked up the statistics. World Health Organization,
Okay.
right? In this particular topic of sexual abuse, 33% of people, one of 3 people in the world have gone through sexual abuse.
Oh,
It's a heavy number.
that's a lot.
That's a heavy number,
Yeah.
right? Think about the set of 3 people, all the sets of 3 people that we know. Statistics say
The one of
that
those-
between the 2 of us, you add one more person, one of us may have gone through sexual abuse, right?
that's
Which is prevalent.
That's crazy.
It's prevalent. Now, that being said, how many times that we've been in sets of 3 people or 9 or 12, 15, 18, 30 people,
Yeah.
and we've not realized or ever even known that person may have gone through that because maybe they're suffering silently
Yeah.
or they're going through certain situations, right? And we don't even know about it. So the fact that someone has gone through something also and they've been able to overcome
Yeah.
allows for an awareness factor, right? It's kind of like the human trafficking situation and things like that, where it happens right before our eyes and we don't realize it. But people that have gone out of that, they're able to raise a flag. They're able to pray. Tim Tebow has an amazing foundation for that.
Yeah.
Right. And he does tons of work. He goes to Congress. He does work with FCA. And he has an organization to rescue people from human trafficking and things like that.
Yeah.
Which ultimately, obviously, these people are, they go through sexual abuse and
Right.
whatnot.
Yeah.
To me, what's fascinating about God is and it's kind of what you were saying. He will literally take our situations, good or bad, right, and intertwine them. Right, he'll take the bad, and I was talking to somebody today about this. He'll take the bad and he'll intertwine it with the good, and he'll cover it all with his grace. Right, so it's almost like take your favorite maybe shirt or take your ripped jeans, right, and so you bought those ripped jeans for a purpose,
Right.
and they have the holes that they have. Now imagine taking a patch of cloth or linen, cotton, and sewing your jeans and covering the holes with the patches that don't
Right.
match, right? But now what he's done is he's intertwined it to where at first the pants you bought them because they were good. He patched them with things that maybe didn't match.
Right.
But guess what? They're still good,
I mean, yeah.
right? So he intertwines that, and essentially, in his own divine way, he makes it work for good. Which is why the verse, and a lot of people they fail to read past all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord,
Yeah.
comma, and they're called according to His purpose.
Yeah.
So unless I'm in the purpose of God and I'm accepting of the calling of God, I will never be able to see
Yeah.
that all things work for good.
Oh man. Yeah. No. Exactly. That's what I said. Like, it's if you don't love God, you will never see that.
No.
Like, it's and that's what I'm like. Is we have to be what's the word that I'm looking? Humanitarian.
Yeah.
And understand the human being.
Yeah.
That it's just like, yeah, this is something supernatural.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it can be transformed to the natural
Yeah.
when you explain it and understand it correctly.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, I feel like based on my experience and stuff like that, growing up, it was tough. It was tough on the sense of, Christianity.
Yeah.
Like, cause it was, and I feel like we still like almost there. We want to push, God in our way.
Yeah.
We want people to accept God in our way when we want to and how we want to,
Yeah.
and in the place that we want to. Like, for example, like, it's very common now, revival nights,
Yeah.
and all these things. So it's technically we controlling God's timing,
Yeah.
God's Cairo, and we saying, no, God, we want you to move now.
Yeah.
because it's now that we want, your fire. And it's tonight at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
If it's not tonight,
Right.
then it won't happen.
Right.
And I feel like it's a constant thing. Obviously, it's like a virus. Like it comes and go, and it's not all the time. It's not all seasons.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're going back again into that season. Like we calling it now like worship experience or Sunday experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
when I could experience God on Monday.
Right.
Or, Thursday.
Yeah, there's
morning.
churches that they won't even say service. They call it experience now.
So it's like, and I grew up like that with that mentality, like pushing and oh no, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't act and walk this way, God won't, do anything to you.
Walk this way.
Wepa.
Talk this way.
Man, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
song,
I
but
don't know.
know
I
what
just
it
hear the electric guitar.
Oh,
Something like that.
I like it.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, you should start writing music.
Yeah, I stopped it many years ago.
Yeah, no, you should find that notebook.
Yeah, somewhere. My rep portfolio.
The rep portfolio.
Somewhere in the archives.
Man. But yeah, like that marks my life though.
Yeah.
That did mark my life, and that's one of the things that I try to avoid 100% is not force Christ to anybody.
Yeah.
And I believe that God didn't call us to do that.
Yeah.
That's the first thing, to force him to anybody. But he called us to live by example.
Yeah.
And by the fruits, people will know, God by your fruits. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, by the fruits of the Spirit in your life.
Yeah.
So it's like, we don't have to do much.
No. So last week I actually preached the message. It's called fervent believer, right? Creyente ferviente.
Yeah.
Right. And so I talked about, and one of my points was get excited about Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Because many times we walk in this faith, right? And it's almost like the gospel gets too casual, right? And I'm not talking about clothing and things like that.
Right.
Do I think sometimes just to kind of spark something? Maybe sometimes, yeah, it's good that you dress up, you know what I mean, and put a nice outfit on for Sunday or whatever, just to change up the mix. Because sometimes the gospel, right, or our walk, our practice, our worship, it gets too casual in the sense of we get so used to being saved.
Yeah.
We get so used to God's grace and God's blessing that we forget how great it is.
Oh.
Right. And so in the monotony and in the mundane, our daily lives is, as I was giving an example, we wake up, we brush our teeth, we take a bath, right? I hope.
Right.
We get dressed, we go to work. If you go to school, you go to school. And so we do all these things. And sometimes we're like, man, I want something new. I want something different. I want something new. And it's like if we read scriptures, right, and if we depended solely on the word of God, the Bible tells me that every morning there's something new, right?
Yeah.
His mercies are made new every morning, right? And so we look for the new one. We have it. We have all these things, right? We struggle with sometimes life and our walk and things like that. But it's like, when we go back to that, all things are working for our good. You might be stressed out at work. You might be tired of your job. You might be this and that. But one, are you doing anything to change? Two, is it God's time for you to make a change? And it's like the ultimate change came when we gave our lives to Christ.
Yeah. And
so we want these things sometimes when a lot of times we don't realize that we're not even stewarding what we have.
Yeah.
And he's given us all these blessings. I gave the other example too. It's like, sometimes we have gym memberships or we have memberships to certain places, right? And we have subscriptions. And sometimes these apps or these gyms, when's the last time you used it? Right? And we forget that there's benefits to memberships.
Yeah.
And so if we're members of the body of Christ, right, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. All things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. I'm a new creation in Christ. Therefore, all things are made new. All the things have passed, right? So we see all these things and we hear all these things in these verses, but it's like, what do we do with them? Sometimes we just throw them to the side, and it's almost like if God is no longer enough.
Right. And
so we lose our fervent prayer, our fervent seeking. We lose our religion per se, right? Because we're no longer realizing what good he has done for us.
And I feel like now that you said that, like I feel like it's not even like that we don't realize that those things. I feel like all that stuff is more like theory. Mm-hmm. You know, like it's just like, you know, things that we've been, you know, teaching, you know, throughout the years.
Yeah.
And you said something very important in there, that is surrendering.
Yeah.
Right. When you give your life to Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very simple. Mm-hmm. Like I give my life. Yeah. Meaning that I'm not longer
right.
You know, in charge. Yeah. Like it's I give it to you. Right. You know, it's if I give you something, right. I give it to you. It's right. not longer mine. It's not in my possession. It's not in my car. It's not in my house. Yeah. Now you have it. Yeah. You control it. You own it. You can do whatever you want with it. Yeah. So it's like it's the same thing, and I feel like that's the part that we have missed. That even though we say like, yeah, I give my life to Christ, right. the reality is not. Yeah. Because even though we heard and we learned that. Yeah, every day there's His grace is new. Yeah, there's purpose. You know, I can do all things through mm-hmm. Christ, but I'm still holding on to my life. Yeah, and that's why, like you said, like every day, you know, even if it's a routine, yeah, you still kind of like wondering. It's like, okay, well, why I'm supposed to, like, what's going on? Like, yeah. You know, but it's different when I give my life to Him. Yeah, obviously I'm in this earth, right. and it's routine, yeah. like I have to do it. Yeah. But when you doing it as just like that, as a routine, but knowing that there's a purpose, right? You know, in your day, yeah. Knowing and practicing, you know, hey God, like, you know, set me with a divine appointment today. Right. I'm here. Right. You know, make your way. Right.
You know, I'm going to Publix on a Tuesday. Yeah. Right. I know I'm going to be at the doctor's office this Friday. Yeah. Right. I know I have to go to the post office this day to ship something. Yeah. Right. And it's sometimes we're so focused on the task and the mundane. Oh, this is the same old, mm-hmm. that we miss the fact that there might be a person that went through what you went through, and God is going to use you, like you said, that divine appointment to meet somebody there. Yeah. And go, if only we had our eyes open. If only it's like that song that goes, right, open my eyes so I can mm-hmm. see, right? The guy with a briefcase and a suit walking, you know, to past the airport or whatnot, literally acting like if he has a job because his wife doesn't know he got laid off the day before.
Dude, that's crazy,
right? The person that's at the coffee shop, little do we know they don't have any money. Yeah, but they're there trying to figure out life.
You never done that?
What's that?
Just sitting there.
Oh, sometimes.
And I was like for like ice water.
Back in the day.
Like water.
Back in the day.
Just sitting there.
Yeah. No, back in the day. So I used to actually years ago. I used to go from work to church, and so it made no sense for me to go home because my house was the same distance from church from my job. Yeah. And so I would go to Dunkin' Donuts, and so there were days where I would drink a coffee, and other days where I'm like I can't spend, so I would just sit there and. Hey, can I get a cup of water?
Hey, that's
fine. And just wait for service.
I mean, the cup
time.
says Dunkin' Donuts, so
that's right. That's right. America runs on Dunkin'. Whatever's in your cup.
I mean, hey, whatever.
I'm at Dunkin'. I'm running. I'm running, Lord. No, but it's those things and the daily routines, and you know, it reminded me, and the same message I was talking about. You and I we've gone to college, right? Mm-hmm. We've studied. And we know that for college, there's a minimum time period where, yes, you take different courses, but essentially what you do is the same. Yeah. You go to class, you study, you prepare, you test. Mm-hmm. You go to class, you study.
Same thing.
You prepare, you test. Right? You got all these classes, mm-hmm. 100 plus credits of classes that you've got to take. And so the way the Lord was showing it to me was, you know, we get tired of the daily, not understanding that sometimes the Lord is preparing us mm-hmm. and testing us with the material that He's handed us. Yeah. Right? So you go in for a major in biology. You go in for a major in interior design and graphic design. You go in a major for urban planning or whatever the case may be. And so, yes, your material mm-hmm. is subject based. Oh, yeah. And so everything you study is related to that topic.
Mm-hmm.
Our lives are related to the topic and the purpose that God has given each of us.
Yeah.
Right? So yes, your life will look different than your neighbor's life. Your life will look different than your sibling or your brother's life. But guess what? The same way we have the same routine, they have their own same routine.
Yeah.
But God has a purpose for them, and he's preparing them for that purpose so that when the test comes, they can pass it.
Yeah.
When the test comes, I know I'm a husband, and I know I have a wife, and I know I have a daughter. And so I know how to protect them, and I know how to pray over them, and I know how to spend time with them and enjoy being with them.
Yeah.
Right? Because that is my assignment. That's what I've been given. Whether I like it or not, whether the days are difficult, whether my wife and I may fight sometimes, whether our daughter doesn't listen sometimes, but that's my assignment.
Yeah.
And so no matter what good, what bad, it's all going to work together.
Oh yeah. No, it's now that you brought like college and stuff like that, it's that kind of like it brings my thinking, my thoughts and my memories. And it's like, it didn't happen to you, or maybe that was you. Cause I remember like having friends that they didn't even have, like they were so focused on and determined like to graduate.
Yeah.
That they had already like, ¿cómo se dice eso? Premeditated.
Yeah.
That in 4 years, they weren't going to have like a relationship. Like they weren't going to do this or go to the movies or anything that it was going to distract them from their goal.
They were laser focused.
Yeah. And they did it. I knew people that were like just straight up focused, like no relationships, no like, friends and stuff like that here and there, but no going out.
You gotta live.
Yeah, anything like that. Like, and I feel like now that we're talking about it should be how our relationship with Christ it should be.
Right.
Like determined. Like it's just like, hey, this is what I'm living for.
Yeah.
You know, like this is once you know your purpose in this earth and your calling, it should be like straight up, like nothing could distract you from that.
Right.
And I'm not saying don't enjoy your life, you know what I'm saying? Like don't have fun and things like that, but it's very different when you like completely, because I'm telling you, I wasted a lot of time.
Right.
You know, a lot of nights, I sacrificed a lot of things.
Yeah.
Then I found myself like potentially cheating, you know what I'm saying? Because I chose to, you know, instead of going home and study, no, let me go party and stay up all night.
Right.
And then go to college and trying to like, you know,
play it off.
Like pass a test.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how sometimes we live our lives. It's like, we sign up, we got and say like, okay, I'm going to serve you. I'm going to live for you. But here and there on the weekends, like, let me enjoy a little bit my life. Right. And we want to try to live those two lives. And then it's hard.
Yeah.
Then Christianity is super hard. Yeah. Then you question, you know, well, but doesn't God say this? Right. Doesn't God have my back? Like they don't supposed to like grab things for and make it better and all things work for good. But you forgot that, you know, you chose to do this last night or yesterday, or you open up your phone and you do this, right? Or you talk a certain way. Yeah. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, we've been and I think like we talk a little bit about that earlier off camera or off the air per se, that we have commercialized, not to use the bad word, like you know, prostitute Christianity, you know, and our relationship with Christ, and we put in a price to it. It's like, what am I getting out of this? You know what I'm saying? So and it shouldn't never be, you know, that type of negotiation with Christ. Like, okay, if I give you my life, what should I get in return? I mean, hey, we are alive. You know, like what more than that? Like, I don't know what you want.
Yeah. So what I think last Wednesday I actually made a statement, and I said, if God did nothing else for us, He'd still be good. Right. Because what he gave it all on the cross. He did it all for us to be able to be saved. Yeah. Right. So now it's our duty to give it all for Him. Right. He's already done the work. Yeah. This is not by our works. This is not by our merit, not because I deserved it. I was nobody. None of us were anybody. Yeah. Right. So He gave it all. He died on the cross, gave His life. so that we can be saved. If the Lord, should we expect miracles and believe for miracles and this and that? Absolutely, because he's still supernatural, because he still does miracles, because that he still works, right? But if he did nothing else, if I lived under a bridge, I'd still be content.
Right.
Right? If I died tomorrow, I'd still be content. If something were to not happen in my favor, right? I would. If someone were to tell me no, you can't have that job. If someone were to tell me no, I don't want to be with you. If someone were to say, hey, you can no longer have that house or that car, God is still good, right? And the work that he has done is perfect. And so, when we look at those things, when he speaks to Israel, how many times did he just say, "Oh, you adulterous people"? He called them adulterous.
Yeah.
Why? Because he would do for them. He would take them out of their problem whenever they called to him, right? But then they would go back to their wicked ways, right? And so he would tell them, "You're hard of you're stiff necked. You should turn to me, but you don't. And then when you do, you turn back."
Yeah.
Right. And so we look at how human nature, the chosen people's nature, was always to, oh God, I need you in my tough moments. God, I need you in my difficult moments. Right. But we forget that the same God of the mountains is the same God of the valley.
Oh yeah.
Right. And so why is it that when we're in our lowest points, we know to look up? Why? Because on the bottom, there's nowhere else to look.
Yeah, no,
you have to look up, right? But when sometimes we're on the mountaintop, it's so difficult for us to get there sometimes because we're distracted. And it's like you were saying, and a lot of people may they may say, oh, how does all things work for good? When I cheated and stuff like that. Well, you made a decision. Can God reconcile your marriage? Absolutely. Now it's also on the other person to accept you back,
right, and
to work back, right. I mean, one of the great testimonies that we see in modern day is Carl Lentz, right? And you know what? I like that Carl Lentz kind of got out of the public eye.
Yeah,
I like that he hid. I like in the sense of restoration, right, because you can tell in the fact that you didn't see him for years that he was restoring his life. That he was working on his marriage. He went from being this figure in the public eye to being a guy that now is when you're starting to hear back about him. Yeah. Right? And you can see his demeanor. You can see his attitude. You can see his approach to the gospel is much different. Right? And so now he's been a transformed person. Something bad he chose to do happened.
Exactly. Yeah.
But the Lord was able to work it for good because his wife forgave him. Right? And they've been able to restore their marriage, restore their family. And here he is today speaking about, one, admitting what he did, and two, how the grace of God covered him from there to here.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, at the end of the day, that is all God.
Yeah.
Because
especially in a story like that.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, we all know the saying that once a cheater, always a cheater. And also, too, we know the scripture that says, like, once is an adultery like that, it's just like,
it's license to, it's license for divorce.
That's technically the only blessing that God is giving you to, like, break a blessing as a marriage. Right.
And at that, it doesn't say you can remarry.
Right. So it's like, it's just like, that's it. Like, you got your chance, you blew it off, that's it. Yeah. You messed up. Yeah. And so seeing a marriage that is restored like that, obviously, like, as Christians, you say, como que, nah, that it can happen. But you said it, like, it takes two. Yeah. The same way that God was working on him and he had to go through his process and re-die to himself and be was bochorno, pasar bochorno. Yeah. Like in front of the entire world that knew him because he had a status like that. Yeah.
He was the most prominent
you know what I'm saying?
Pastor in America.
His wife, in a way, be in the background, but now she's been exposed. Yeah. So now she has to, like, if she truly, love God and understand that, like, that was a man that she decided to be, years ago.
To thick and thin.
Go through the process, you see God moving and you see God restoring. God, like, even though God said, like, hey, you have a free will now. Like you can, you good. You have my blessing to separate.
Right.
But he still used that, you know. So it's crazy and funny how God can use anything and turn it to good. Yeah. Literally anything. Yeah. And turn it to good. But like I said, like it has to do with our posture. Yeah. You know, like are we truly surrendering? Yeah. I mean, we see it with the disciples. Yep. You know, none of them were qualified. None of them were perfect or clean or anything that you can imagine, like hanging out with Jesus. Yeah. You know, like it was just completely the opposite. Yeah. And he turned all those things to good. Yeah. You know, like, and he's just like, then why are we questioning?
He even turned Judas's betrayal into good.
You see?
Right? Because someone had to turn him in. Mm-hmm.
Man.
And it says that Judas hung himself and he died and he fell and that a car ran over him and split him in two. Right? Crazy death and crazy story. Mm-hmm. But even the scripture says it didn't have to end that way.
No.
Judas could have asked for forgiveness. Yeah. And guess what? God would have forgave him.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I mean, he forgave the guy in the cross right next to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, I think that's the only guy that is like right now, like chilling.
Oh, that guy went from death sentence to eternity.
I don't think he had to go through like judgment though.
No, I don't think so. I mean, he told me, he says from this moment on.
That's it.
No, the guy wasn't even dead yet.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's like from this moment on, you will be with me in eternity,
bro.
Crazy.
You see, like if there was like a time machine or something like that,
you would have been one.
I would be like,
that's crazy.
Like sacrifice, like crucify me.
That's crazy, bro.
I mean, just to secure him.
That's crazy. But think about all the crazy stories. We were talking and when we got into the whole cheating and all that, and it reminded me of the prophet Hosea, right? Hosea, I think in English, Hosea. Literally, the Lord wanted to show the prophet, right? And sometimes it's like we look for titles, and sometimes we don't realize the price and the cost that these positions and titles hold. And so he tells Hosea to go take a prostitute to be his wife, right? And if you read that story, it's actually it's a very interesting story. Because it's one of those where it's like, was that Hosea's purpose? Mm-hmm. Like you're telling me that that was the purpose of Hosea, right? And it's almost like you're like I don't wish to be Hosea any day, right? I don't want to be a prophet, right?
That's kind of like the funny side of God,
right? Right, and it's like so he took her, she left, cheated on him. He goes, pulls her out, takes her back. She goes, she cheats on him. He goes, takes her out, takes her back. Right? And this happens several times. And literally in all this, what the Lord was showing Hosea was, you are representing me. She is representing the church. She's representing the bride. Right? The people of Israel at the time of, you go, you cheat on me, I rescue you, I take you back. You come back, you go, and you do the same cycle. And so it's phenomenal to me. And, sometimes as humans, it's hard for us to forgive and take people back or whatever the case may be. I've been told that, I probably can't say what I've been told on the air. If I were to, do something,
Oh my God.
I don't know if you have a co-host. Let's just put it that way. But, but essentially, you see the love of God, right? And so when we hear songs like Reckless Love, that it gives you perspective of like, he'll go anywhere.
Oh yeah.
And he'll rescue us no matter how bad we've been.
Yeah.
But he'll turn it good.
That's crazy though. Like, and that story, I didn't know that story like that. Like I never saw it like, it was one of those stories that you read and it's just like, God, but like what? Yeah. Like why are you trying to like, you know what I'm saying? Like again, like bro, like what?
Yeah, no.
But then my mind goes like, well, you should expect that, because he was a prostitute. Right. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But obviously, like God had like different plans and like I said, like his sense of humor is amazing.
It's very interesting.
But how crazy, right? It is that now that we're talking about these things is like, how different it will be our lives if we truly, believe those words that all things, he will turn all things to good for those who love him.
Yeah.
Right. And when we think about that, is love is a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Even in our lives.
Yeah.
To love our spouses, to love ourselves.
Right.
It's a sacrifice. Imagine loving somebody that you don't see, you don't feel, you don't touch. It's what I'm saying. Like it goes beyond understanding.
Right.
But I feel like once you unlock that, like you did on your neck right now,
Yeah.
that thing
felt good,
man. Is that once you unlock that, is that you truly then now you leave like that, and now, like I said, like there's nothing magical, like there's no words that we can say and move, and our life it will be like just flowers and stuff like that. No, we're still gonna have to go through tribulations, through like hard times, and all these things. But when you love God above all things, you understand that like I have to go through this,
right?
But he will get me through it. He will give me the strength, even though like I know it's hard. He will get me through it,
right?
So you don't see the problem, you see the light in the tunnel. It's like the same thing. Like are we fighting the good fight just for victory, or we fighting already in victory?
Right.
So it's completely different scenarios. You know what I'm saying? Like when you fighting from victory,
right?
You fighting is like dancing.
Right. You're already
swinging the sword.
You're already the winner.
You know what I'm saying? Like you get caught and you say, right.
You know
what I'm saying? Like because so I feel like is that, and it's crazy how we brought this subject, and I'm getting what you ministry. You know what I'm saying? Like it's in my own life. It's just like because I cannot hide it. I go through stuff, and sometimes I question like what's going on. Like I'm trying to do everything correctly, but things don't look very good or very promising, or they don't make sense, and I completely forget about letting go and stop trying to control my life or situation or people's life around me. Thinking that because I serve God, I have better options for your life, for my life, or for people around us, or for ministry. Versus like, no, God, like this is yours. I do whatever you want me to do, or I do it whenever you want me to do it, or give me the plans, or tell me what I need to do and stuff like that. But it's hard. I feel like as men it's harder than a woman, and we can see it on our wives, like how and I say like me personally, obviously because that's the only woman that I live with, but how easy
better be.
I mean,
accountability, man.
I mean, I have my daughter, so so it's two ladies in my house.
Right.
But before my wife, I live with all the three women. Yeah. But don't judge me.
Come again? Come again?
That before my wife, I live with 3 other women.
Okay, that was before you were married.
Yeah, before I was married.
My mom and
my 2 sisters.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the clarification.
I saw your eyes, and I'm pretty sure like people listening were like,
I was like, I've known you for a good while. I didn't know that about you.
God truly turned everything to good. Like, but I've seen how easy compared to my life it is for her to have that harmony and that intimacy with God. And that like, you know what I'm saying? Like trust and surrender. I don't know why. I think it's like it's a woman thing. I'm thinking it's just because when they give birth, they have to like technically die.
I mean, possibly.
And
it's interesting because I was actually having a conversation with my cousin the other day, and similar to what you're saying. And so, ironically, a lot of times as men, and part of it's because we struggle to manage our feelings, right, or what we're going through or whatever. But a lot of times we put burdens on us that don't always belong to us, right? We think about, the care for our families, and sometimes that goes into our parents and into other people and things like that. to where our mind goes different places.
Yeah.
Thinking about sometimes the what ifs, right? What about this? And do I have a plan for that? And how do I take care of this or take care of that person or do this if something were to happen, right? And then we got to balance our own jobs and life and ministry and all and whatever the case may be. When sometimes we're just overanalyzing, or we're overthinking, right? And so their brain's a little different, right? Because their brains it's like what they say is like spaghetti, and then we're like ice trays, right? So we're compartments, but theirs is all together.
All together, yeah.
Right, so it's a different processing, and ultimately, as men, it's really just about trusting God. Now we don't have the answers.
Yeah, no.
We don't have the solutions.
Yeah,
but God does, and so I'm gonna do what I need to do, what I can do.
Right.
Understanding that God will take care of the rest.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So
at the end, he turns everything to good.
He does. I didn't think this podcast was going to be good, but
I mean, I'm telling you,
it turned good, man.
Yeah, I mean, the podcast itself.
Yeah, you opened up, you threw me a curveball, and I'm like, man, like baseball batters, a curveball can be a very bad pitch or a very good pitch. It turned out to be a good pitch.
I mean, I just felt like it was gonna be good. Like instead of kind of like easy our way in. No, let's go all in.
Let's go jump right in.
Be raw and
there you go.
And I don't know. Maybe people didn't like that.
I mean, maybe,
but it's okay.
But I'm sure somebody was blessed from this.
Anyways. Absolutely. Probably they complain.
I mean, hey, yeah.
But
you gotta listen. You gotta listen to the whole show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And if you're jumping in right now, you can jump into the replay. Well, if you're listening on Vibra,
they just jumping right now.
Right. So if you're just jumping in,
okay.
Wait a couple hours.
Okay.
Because it's probably like 7:58.
6, 7.
And at 10, you can listen to us again.
Yeah. We have the repeat at 10.
Yeah.
That's only like if you listen in
on Vibra
Radio.
Right. Now tell them, where else can they find us, bro?
Oh, well, they can find us on Spotify.
Okay.
So if he's today, and you listen on Spotify,
right?
Don't look for tenor because it won't.
No.
There won't be repeat.
But you could play rewind,
exactly.
do whatever you want, fast forward.
Exactly. Right. The same thing on Apple Music.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go anywhere. Right. Our Heart Radio, if you are on our Heart Radio, follower, we there. We have visual shows on YouTube, Rumble, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah. You can use those platforms to reach out to us, and talk to us, and maybe bring us a topic that you want us to talk about. That or if you have questions, just go ahead and put your questions in there. And if you're listening to the radio. And you have questions and you want to meet us up or something like that, call the radio station,
right?
And ask for us.
That's right.
Demand right now to
we need to talk to.
We're here to talk to the Relajando en Serio crew.
Yeah.
And
or Vibra Radio.
Or Vibra Radio, yeah.
Because that's where music meets ministry.
Exactly. And they can meet you in there.
Yeah.
And pray for you
absolutely.
And if you truly want to talk to us,
right?
They can
get you in contact.
Yeah, they can.
Right.
Yeah. Oh no, mi gente, but we love you. We definitely do.
Absolutely.
We super stoked for keep doing this and allowing God to utilize this platform to bless you guys, to bless us as well, to work in our lives.
Yeah.
And we vessels, whatever God put in our hearts, we put it out to you guys.
That's right.
Whether it's pleasant to your ears or no.
Right.
We just
or it's in the form that you thought or not.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's okay.
God has a funny sense of humor.
Correct. Like us.
That's what we determine. Right.
Oh, mi gente. But thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
Stay safe.
Have a blessed week.
And ya tú sabes.
And don't forget.
To always.
Relajar.
En serio.
Peace out.
Dale.
Make good decisions.